On a day it had the proclamation of state of emergency in Rivers State listed on the order paper, the Senate looks unusually troubled, starting plenary rather late than normal. It soon became clear that the Senate was in frantic search for numbers to push through the proclamation of state of emergency in Rivers State. And when it wasn't likely, due to having only about 70 lawmakers in the chamber out of 109, Senate Leader Opemi Bamdele pushed that the motion earlier placed as the first order of the day be stepped down.
What is listed as the first order of the day be stood down to enable us consider the second order of the day, and I make the motion. I move the motion pursuant to Order 1B of our rules, and if that is seconded and carried, that what is listed as the second order be now deemed to be the first order of the day.
The proclamation request by President Bola Tinubu was then stepped down till 3 p.m. to buy time to rally more senators to make up the required two-third number, especially in the face of a strong determination by some PDP senators to frustrate the move.
The motion has been moved and seconded that the first order of the day should be stepped down to 3 p.m. to enable us to consider other issues. Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
The Senate then went about other routine tasks, including confirmation of various appointments. One lawmaker later informed journalists that the Senate would now deliberate the matter on Thursday.
The Senate has given room for more members who is not aware of this yesterday, but got to know about it today, to be able to come tomorrow and hear their views. Democracy is about numbers, it's about participation. So what we are saying is that we can adjourn it tomorrow in order to give room for more people to come. We formed quorum today. 68 people were signed the register. If you now accept 17 leaders of the Senatorate, we are more than a quorum. We could as well go on. But we don't want to say, oh, it was 3 o'clock they brought it, when members are already praying, they are fasting, and then there were not many people on the floor. That's the time they passed the proclamation. No.
At the House of Representatives, tension had erupted earlier after lawmakers clashed over the emergency declaration in Rivers State. Despite expectations of a vote on the matter on the floor, lawmakers say President Bola Tinubu had yet to send the Gazette, and as such, plenary had to be adjourned, pushing the debate to Thursday as the 48-hour window constitutionally required nears its close.
So the 48 hours is safe, so we're still within the time frame. So let's see what happens tomorrow, and then we can take it off from there.
It means the parliament has not taken any position, and if not until it is debated, there's nothing we can do about it for now. So for us as a parliament, it is still the same way Nigerians have seen it on the pages of newspaper. Even though yesterday the leadership of the parliament was invited to the villa, but officially Mr. Speaker has not communicated that to the floor. Yes.
A two-third majority of both chambers of the National Assembly is required to ratify the proclamation of the state of emergency, like the one placed on Rivers State. With a new administrator already sworn in for Rivers State, all eyes are on Thursday's session to see how senators and House of Representatives members will respond. Omo Bazwai, Arise News.
Letter from Mr. President. Distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, GCON, President of the Senate, National Assembly Complex, Distinguished President of the Senate, Gazette of State of Emergency Proclamation 2025, Rivers State. In compliance with the provisions of Section 305, subsection 2, in compliance with the provisions of Section 305, subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, I hereby forward for the consideration of the Senate copies of the official gazettes of the State of Emergency Proclamation 2025. The main features of the proclamation are as follows: a declaration of a state of emergency in one state of the Federation, namely Rivers State, the suspension from office of the governor, his deputy, and all members of the State House of Assembly, and appointment of Vice Admiral Ibogaite Ibas, retired, as administrator to administer the state subject to any instructions or regulations as may from time to time be issued by me. While I look forward to the expeditious consideration of the Senate, please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This letter is committed to the Committee of the entire Senate for immediate consideration. Leader of the Senate.
Lasting, inclusive peace to Rivers State. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity.
Thank you. I will yield the floor to Honorable Frederick.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for granting me this opportunity. Agbedi Yetemne Frederick is my name. I represent Sabama Keremo Federal Constituency. It's Uncle me, I'm from Bayelsa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I also come under the same order as well as Order 4 of our standing rules. Mr. Speaker, why I'm coming again is simple. You are a man who have given leadership to this house. You have led us well, even in times that there are bills that were very challenging to the nation and to this country. You have shown, and your leadership has made Nigerians to have confidence in this house. Mr. Speaker, the issue we are debating right now in second reading is a constitutional matter, and Constitution has prescribed what to do, Mr. Speaker. It is in the integrity and interest of this House, Mr. Speaker, for you to announce the quorum as we are seated, so that Nigerians will know that we are not circumventing the Constitution. So, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this is not about either supporting or opposing what Mr. President has said, but because of your impeccable leadership, the kind of leadership you have given to us in this House, and the kind of leadership that Nigerians have come to believe in, Mr. Speaker, it is good enough, and I urge you that we comply strictly with the Constitution by first transparently announcing the quorum as it is now for us to go into this debate. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Honorable Abedi, for your contribution. I want to assure you we will not do anything that will undermine the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Whatever we are going to do today will be in total compliance. So please be rest assured of that. Honorable Wase.
Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, my name is Ahmed Idris, representing Wase, Federal Constituency, Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, first I want to appreciate you for the leadership you are giving to this House. And I want to thank you because you have traversed even the areas of difficulty. One of the areas that you were able to navigate the House and the country put us together was the issue of tax bill. You did exceedingly well. And today, too, I believe there's nothing to worry. I want to believe those who are raising this constitutional order will have the opportunity when we went into executive session. Some of the things that we discuss are things that I thought is a win-win situation. And I will prefer that the leader of the House, as he stood to have spoken or to have given his own opinion, maybe to roll out some of the areas that will also help. Because as far as I'm concerned, sir, if I'm to speak my mind, I'm one of those that suffered this very, very decisive decision in Plateau State. But Plateau State got better after the state of emergency. In fact, I was taking review with some of my colleagues yesterday what really happened. I was in government, I was part of the government, I benefited, but after that one, we know the impact of it. For the country, it was good. For the country, as far as I'm concerned, because of the economic sabotage that is going to affect every one of us, nobody can take his eyes away from that. I want to believe that Nigeria must move forward. We are not yet at the point of voting. So the point of vote, what are being raised, until we get to the point of voting, that is when possibly that clause could be asked. But for now, we are supposed to consider what is before us, and what is before us is the request by Mr. President to tackle the issue or to approve for him for rivers. Until we get to that one before we now begin to talk about quorum. I want to beg that we should discuss in the interest of this country, and that's much better. Thank you very much, sir. This is my own simple contribution.
Thank you very much. Honorable Philip Abese, is he around? I think you also want to make a contribution as well as an amendment, right?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
So please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Chief Dr. Philip Agbese. I represent the good people of Ado, of Boku, of Badibo Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Middle Belt, Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, it has been established by all Nigerians and the international community that indeed there's a problem in Rivers State. Mr. Speaker, it has also been established before this Parliament through the letter that you just read that a state of emergency was declared by Mr. President, and that is already in force in Rivers State. Mr. Speaker, this Parliament, when we came on board, was Christian the People's House. And one of our major achievements in this House has always been to provide solutions to problems as far as the country is concerned. We are all aware of the doughty challenges that face us today, the state of our democracy, and we are here as a people, as representative of Nigerians, to provide solutions and to ensure that our democracy works for the people of our country. Mr. Speaker, it is in that vein that I want to make a recommendation to what Mr. President has sent to us. Yes, it would have been good for every one of us to behave the way we wanted to do. But because of our collective interest and the way we have buried our personal sentiment to work for Nigerians, we have said we'll work in line with the Constitution and to work with the tools that are available to us building a greater Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, it is in that respect that I want to say that the recommendations made in the proclamation by Mr. President, that in the wisdom of this House, that we play with it in a way and manner that it will help to build our democracy and make Nigeria a better place. And my recommendation is that we have seen in time past when this country was at the point of precipice, where national committees were set up. And we have also seen in time past, even when there are no constitutional provision the doctrine of necessity was invoked, to give life back to the country. And it is in that vein that this state of emergency has been declared in Rivers State. Not because Mr. President hates any of the groups involved, but because Mr. President wants something better, for our country. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to recommend that a national committee be set up to comprise of the executive, members of the parliament, and eminent Nigerians, like we have seen in the past where during the election we had General Salam Abubakar and his eminence Bishop Hassan Kuka coming together to ensure that there is peace across the country. That we make, as part of the recommendation to support the letter by Mr. President, that a committee of eminent Nigerians be set up to mediate, to ensure that there is peace in Rivers State. So that within the period of the emergency rule in Rivers State, the parliament, working with the executive and other eminent Nigerians, will ensure that we all work together to make sure that the things that led to the emergency rule in Rivers State does not resurface after a period of time. I so submit, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much for the privilege.
Thank you, Honorable Abese. Is there anyone who is in support of this position of amending this particular request of Mr. President to include, among others, constitution of the Peace and Reconciliation Committee? Anyone who is in support of this? Yes, Honorable Ibrahim.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable Kabir Ibrahim Tukura, and I represent the people of Zuru, Fakai, Dankosago, and Sakawa Federal Constituency of Kebbi State. This morning I rise to second the motion as moved by my brother, Honorable Philip Abese. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those who are in support of this additional insertion into the request of Mr. President should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it.
Amendment.
It's an amendment now, but we need to get support of people to say they are in support of the amendment. Thank you. So those who say this have the ayes have it.
Further amendment.
Now,
further amendment.
Now it's my pleasure to call on Honorable Etabone to speak on also an area he wants to amend concerning the request of Mr. President. Is he around, please?
Don't delegate and finish.
Yes, please go ahead. Honorable Benedict.
I've delegated people already. Let me not bother my head.
Somebody's mic is on, please. Can we check? Okay, please, you're good to go now.
Mr. Speaker, Holy Ghost fire. Mr. Speaker, and my dear colleagues, my name is Ben Etanabene. I represent Okbe, Sapele, Uye Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, this my constituency is situated in the most peaceful and politically stable and growing economically state in Nigeria, the big hard state called Delta State. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy that given this opportunity, I need to state that Delta State, for a very long time, has not experienced all this Atlantic virus that is affecting some of the states in recent time close to the Atlantic Ocean. So, Mr. Speaker, I thank you. The topic before us is the proclamation of emergency government in Rivers State. Mr. Speaker, I listened attentively to the message of Mr. President, and I cannot but agree that the bottom line is for peace to come to Rivers State. Whichever way it comes, legitimately, the ultimate goal is to have peace in Rivers State. And this position was even given credence to the Rivers State governor when he said a time ago that no sacrifice that he cannot make for peace, to come, to Rivers, State. We must embrace that idea of the governor, and indeed, as pushed forward by Mr. President.